All right. Surprise! Here I am. Well, listen, I thought I would go live and answer some questions. I've had a ton of messages into customer service, personally, over at Saving Dinner, and I've seen some comments here of people asking about L-glutamine. Because we've got people who are using it, and I just want to tell you exactly what it is and exactly how to use it for your advantage. Hi, Helen. So good to see you. There's my Patty. Hi, Patty. Gosh, good to see you. So here's what you need to know about L-glutamine. It's a very simple thing. It is an amino acid, and there are plenty of amino acids make up a chain of it's an amino acid chain, and that is how proteins are built. So it's just simply protein. But this particular amino acid has two very, very particular properties that are so helpful, okay? And I'm going to talk about those, and I'm also going to show you how to use it. The first one is it heals your gut. What happens with a leaky gut, and leaky guts happen for all kinds of reasons. I mean, I could list with you about 10 of them. Stress brings it on, improper food like gluten, dairy, lectins, phytates in food. Different things can bring on a leaky gut. Food sensitivities, food allergies, a lot of things bring on a leaky gut. And leaky gut is not what I want to talk to you about, although I do use this in my smoothie, and it does help, and it does help to heal your leaky gut. You also get L-glutamine in bone broth. This is one of the reasons we're taking it. What I want to tell you about, though, is how L-glutamine stops any kind of craving in its tracks. Now, this is not from me. I've learned this from a psychiatrist, and understand, a psychiatrist is an MD who deals with people who are dealing with brain disorders. You know, any kind of addictions and what have you. Her specialty rather, is addictions. This is what she deals with 100%. And she sees people from all walks of life, from heroin addicts to people who are struggling with food addictions, sugar addictions, cigarettes, everything. She's seen it all. And she's a friend of mine. And as a matter of fact, a few years ago, we did a whole webinar on beating your addictions. And I'm telling you, everybody walked away with this little gem because it is such an important piece. And because a few people are using it, I just wanted to show you exactly how to use it. So here it is. This is L-glutamine. This is what we have in our shop. Our L-glutamine is made from fermented beets. There are other L-glutamines out there, and certainly you can get them, but be aware you need to know what is the source. There are cheap L-glutamines out there, and a lot of cheap Chinese, I hate to say it, but it's true, from China, stuff that's made from duck feathers and human hair. And that's why I always say, know where it comes from. Okay, so that's super important. Ours, there's 85 servings in this little container, so that's pretty good. And I'm going to show you exactly how to use L-glutamine to get rid of a sugar craving. This works for any kind of a craving, and especially if you are addicted to sugar, and there's no shame. I mean, you know, I've been there. I can tell you exactly what that's all about. But being able to kick it and get rid of it, that's a huge thing, because you know how that feels, that just that gnawing in the back of your head. And the other thing is you just cannot kick it. That's all you can think about. It's ruining your work life. It's ruining your family life. It just, cravings can take over in such a way. And I know this because Marla even talked about my M&M addiction today. And I used to eat them so much. They were on my, I would have them in my car, eating them on the way home, not the small bag, the big bag, and on the way home from the grocery store, and I would eat the whole thing, to the point where I was bleeding on the roof of my mouth. That's how bad it was. Okay, so this is a scoop of L-glutamine. This is a little dish, and what I want you to do is this, okay? Pour it into a little dish like so. Then take your water glass, dip a finger, a clean finger, and just put it on your finger like this. Then, this is going to be gross, sorry, I don't know how else to demonstrate it. It's tasteless. I mean, there's nothing exciting about it. little gritty. You see what I just did? I put it on my teeth, my gums, my tongue. And that's it. And it triggers a response right immediately in your brain, and it shuts off that craving. If it's alcohol, if it's sugar, if it's carbs, if it's salt, if it's whatever. But it triggers that mechanism. And forgive me, I don't remember the mechanism anymore. I could ask Hyla, but you could look her up. Dr. Hyla Cass, very well-known, very well-respected, and this is her specialty. She's the one who told me about this. So if you're struggling with a craving, L-Glutamine, and put it on your desk. You can put that. This is going to last a long time. You can still put a scoop into your smoothie in the morning. And then this, just my suggestion with this would be to get a little lid that you put over the top of this so that it stays, you don't want all the humidity and the moisture and getting into it, or flies or anything else landing in it. But just you keep it on your desk. If you have a craving, guess what? You can take it. Yes, it works for nicotine. There's my Sandy McLeod. Hi, Sandy. It is really me. Yes. Yes, it works for nicotine. It works for alcohol. It works for nicotine. She uses it with heroin addicts, for heaven's sakes, and they might be dipping into that a whole heck of a lot. But if you have a sugar craving, this is something that's physiologically proven. Science is behind it to help nick cravings in the bud. And I know what it's like to feel like you're just out of control. Nobody wants to feel out of control. That's why I'm telling you about this. How can you tell where the L-Glutamine is from? You have to ask the questions. Ask the questions, go look. And I don't like tablets. I like the loose form. And the reason I like the loose form is because the loose form is assimilated quickly. That's simple. And Helen, I would just tell you, you just have to call. Like, for example, I had a question about a supplement. I called the 800 number on the supplement package, and I said, what is the source for this? And I found out the source for it was GMO corn. I don't want GMO corn in my body. So I dumped that supplement and got a different supplement. And again, that's one of the reasons why I preach what I do about pharmaceutical grade supplements. You want everything batch tested. It needs to say, look, where's that? The GMP thing. Yeah, you can barely see it, but it's GMP compliant facility. That means that it's immaculately clean. You walk in there, and in order to get into the plant, you are suited up with you look like you're going to go into surgery. That's how it is. And every time they do a batch, they go through and they do a sterilization and they clean the room. And I've watched them do it. They all look like spacemen with all their stuff on it. And every piece of machinery is taken apart and cleaned. That is, here's the sad thing. There's really such a contrast between different supplement companies. You have one supplement company over here who's doing that kind of work, and you have another supplement company over there who's sweeping the floor and putting it into the capsules because they don't want to lose it. There's no regulation on that stuff. And a lot of it is cheap supplements. And the other thing is, when you get it batch tested, it's tested not only for cleanliness, but for efficacy. And you want something that when it says on the label that you're getting, that you're getting 500 milligrams of vitamin C, you want to know that you're getting 500 milligrams of vitamin C. You don't want to be getting just whatever. So keep that in mind. Your source of your supplements is really important. The very best thing that you can do, if it doesn't have the source on it, I found out, the company that I used, I said, what's your source of L-Glutamine? I've been reading horror stories out there. And that's when they told me, we use fermented beets. It's a long, drawn-out process. I'm going to tell you, my stuff is more expensive than what you're going to find at GNC or Walmart or any of those places. But you're going to get batch-tested fermented beets as the source, as opposed to human hair or duck feathers or anything else like that. And I'm just letting you know what's what. I want to keep you safe, and I also want to help you if you're struggling with cravings. Day 3 can be harder. And I want to keep you in the place where you're not struggling. So Go get a cup of bone broth if you're feeling just a little lightheaded or you feel like you're just really hungry, and have that soothe you, and just really sip it and enjoy it. And then if you want, we have a ton of L-Glutamine on the way in the shop. You guys bought it all out last time, which is great. But I just want to show you, if you do have this L-Glutamine, I want to show you how to properly use it so that it can take care of your cravings. And know that it's there. Keep it with you. Keep it in a little bag in your purse or something. Although if you pull out a baggie with white powder, somebody's going to think you're a drug dealer, so be careful. Anyway, that's all I have for you. I just wanted to get on here and just show you exactly how to use it. So now you know. If there's anything at all that you need, be sure to post that in the group. And if you need anything from Saving Dinner, you're not getting the videos, you're not getting the emails or whatever, support@savingdinner.com, and we will take good care of you. All right? Great. And I hope this wasn't too wavy. My phone is updating and I had to do it on my laptop, sitting on a Kleenex box. So there. See you later.